What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back again with another Wrath of the Lich King Classic goldmaking video. So today I'll be showing you guys how I'm personally making gold in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Basically we're about 3 to 4 weeks into the expansion now, and a lot of the gold farms that we were doing in week 1 and week 2 have been dying down. Herbalism is no longer that profitable, mining is no longer that profitable, fishing is also once again no longer that profitable. The Murloc farm for Siren's Tear, while it still works, once again not all that profitable. So basically as time goes on we have to change up our gold making process and what we're doing to make gold. And I just want to give you guys an insight on exactly what I'm doing myself. I'm also getting a lot of questions what I'm planning to do with all the gold, and just to answer that one really simple, for me it's a mini game within the game itself, trying to make as much gold as possible and just teaching myself how to make gold. I think it's really fun to just try to challenge myself to see how many different ways I can find to make gold in the game itself and how much gold I can make. So for example right now I'm putting a lot of my gold into investments. That is how I'm personally making a lot of gold in the game. It's how I've made a lot of gold ever since Classic WoW came out, and like in phase 1 of Classic WoW I made a ton of gold by holding off on buying epic mounts and rather spending that 1000 gold on investments and then selling off the investments later and getting several epic mounts back. And I'm doing the same right now as well, so you can see I've spent about 50,000 gold on investments. And if you want to see what I've been investing in and my general advice on what to buy right now, then all you have to do is subscribe down below. By subscribing to the channel you get access to my investments video, where I cover what to buy in phase 1 and sell in phase 2 and phase 3 to make potentially massive profits. So once again all you have to do is click the subscribe button down below and get access to that video. That being said though, how exactly am I making gold right now? Let's go through this on a character by character basis. Okay, so starting off with my bank character, I've actually leveled my bank to level 80 during the Alterac Valley weekend. I don't know why, but I just thought to myself, why not just have this one at level 80, it's gonna make things a little bit more simple. So yeah, my bank character is currently level 80. I'm doing next to no level 80 content on this guy, I'm just standing at the auction house, I'm taking daily trips to Dalaran for some reasons that I'll show you right now. So you can see my professions on this guy is mining, not mining, jewel crafting and enchanting. And I'm doing this to actually do shuffles, so I have enchanting purely for disenchanting reasons. We've skilled this up to 380 so far because that is all I need to disenchant stuff. So I'm buying greens on the auction house. Whenever I see greens that are actually profitable to disenchant on the auction house, I'm buying those as well. But more, well, what I'm doing the most on this guy is shuffles. So I've been making videos on all the shuffles that I've been doing. So for example, I'm doing Serenite shuffles where I'm buying Serenite ores, prospecting them, and I'm using the greens to craft various stuff. So for example, if I scroll all the way down to over here, we start getting some cool stuff here. I'm using the bloodstones to craft bloodstone bands and disenchanting these. You can see the disenchant value here is 4.7 gold, while the price of a bloodstone is about 1.5 gold, so you're making a lot of profit by doing this one and disenchanting the bloodstone bands. Same goes for the crystal Chalcedony amulet as well. The price of 1 Chalcedony, 1.28 gold, and the disenchant value is 4.7. You also have to buy crystallized earth, but that is super cheap. So for every single craft you're basically doubling your gold on this one, and I'm personally making about 700 gold per hour doing this shuffle if I can just buy the gems on the auction house and then crafting these ones and disenchanting them. So I'm doing a Serenite shuffle without the actual Serenite, just buying the green gems as cheap as possible, crafting the amulets and rings and disenchanting them. I'm also straight up buying Serenites and prospecting those as well, and doing the full on Serenite shuffle. I'm doing the same with the thorium as well. I did upload a video on this very recently where I'm talking about the thorium shuffle, which is basically exactly the same. You're prospecting thorium ores and crafting them into, for example, the emerald lion ring right here, crafting 2 huge emeralds and a thorium setting into a emerald lion ring and disenchanting it. You're also doing the same with the sapphire, blue sapphires as well, using 1 blue sapphire, 1 thorium setting and 1 essence of undeath to craft this one, and disenchanting this one while selling all the other gems on the auction house. Aside from that though, I'm doing 2 more things on this guy to make a profit every single day. So for example, I'm crafting icy prisms every now and then. This one is a little bit more RNG, but it's usually somewhat profitable. It depends, once again, a little bit RNG, but if you get 2 scarlet rubies, it's very profitable. And on a general daily basis, you should be making a semi-decent profit with the icy prisms. If anything though, you can just wait until phase 3 when you can get epic gems from the icy prisms and start crafting them again. So you're making profit right now, plus it's a long-term play to make even more profit too. Now if I'll just go to dial around on this guy, I'll show you one more thing that I'm doing on this exact character to make a gold on a daily basis. So by having jewel crafting, you get access to a daily jewel crafting quest as well, offered to you by Timothy Jones, all the way up here in the Magus Commerce Exchange in Dalaran, and he gives you a daily quest for jewel crafting, which awards you with a jewel crafting token. Now I've made a video on this very recently, but there's a trick that you can use to actually go out and farm several of the blood quest items. So you can see I have 5 Blood Jade amulets in my bags, and it takes you about 5 minutes to farm up 10 of each item. So by farming for about an hour, I can then just AFK in Dalaran for like 2 months and just log in once every single day and hand in the quest. It is very easy gold, and the quest itself gives you about 15 raw gold as well every single day. It is a daily quest after all, plus it gives you a daily jewel crafter's token, which you can trade in for a dragon's eye. All in all, you get about 150 gold based on your service price, of course. You can see the region market value average is 227 gold on this one. So if it's worth more for you than it is for me, then you can make a lot of gold by having jewel crafting and just stationing yourself in Dalaran and just buying these every single day. So you can also just set up multiple jewel crafters just for the daily quest and do that as well. It's both a short-term and a long-term play. So what I'm personally doing here is I'm buying the Dragon's Eyes right now with the Dalaran Jewel Crafter's token, and in about a month or 2, when the price of the Dragon's Eyes goes down, I'll start buying some designs as well, but that's not really a main priority of mine. I'm just buying the Dragon's Eyes to make some passive gold every single day. It is super passive. All I'm doing is logging in, doing the quest, takes me 1 minute because I've pre-farmed the materials. Logging over to my second account, or my main account actually, this is where things start getting a little bit interesting, or at least in my opinion it starts getting more interesting, because the other one is more of a auction house character plus a jewel crafting character, and that's all I'm doing on that one. Here on the other hand we have my druid, which is my main character, and what I'm doing on this guy is the usual stuff. I'm doing raids, dungeons, using the emblems to just buy myself stuff that I need, some BOEs when I need to, but I have cooking. So for example, I'm doing cooking daily quest every single day. That one gives me about 70 gold for the daily cooking quest, which is super easy and super passive gold. You log in, spend 2 minutes to get 70 gold. Definitely not too bad based on a 2-minute quest, so that goes super fast. So I'm trying to set up cooking on multiple characters just to really capitalize on the daily gold there from the northern spices. And I've also started using some of the tokens. I'm just going to log into the druid super quick. So I've started using some of the cooking tokens to buy myself some recipes. So if I can actually start getting more cooking characters up right now, I can start crafting some cooking recipes and make decent profit. So for example, whenever you're doing the daily quest, you can get between 1 and 2 Epicurean daily cooking awards, which are basically these guys over here in the cooking tab, these ones right here. You'll be getting 1 or 2 of these for every single daily, and you can trade those in. So 1 award goes in for 10 northern spices, which have a region market value average of 5 gold, so that is 50 gold right there, plus the raw gold from the quest. Now if you get 2 of them, that is 100 gold in northern spices. But what I've been doing recently is I've been spending these on actually getting myself some recipes. So you can see, for example, the firecracker salmon is selling for 7 gold on region market value average, while the glacial salmon is selling for less than 1 gold, and the northern spices for 5 gold. So you're making profit on just crafting these ones and putting them on the auction house. So I'm trying to make sure I have 1 for spell power, 1 for strength, and 1 for agility, and just put these on the auction house quite regularly to make some profits by crafting as well. But if you just want to get the passive profits from doing the quest itself, just use all of your rewards on the northern spices. Also, skilling up cooking is super cheap right now, so you'll be getting your gold back super quick. Let's say you spend about 1000 gold on skilling up cooking. That will take you 15 to 20 20 days and you will have all your gold back and start making profit every single day afterwards, which is a really fast and really easy profits that you'll be making throughout the rest of the expansion, and Northern Spices will be useful for the entire expansion, so even starting now is definitely not too late. You are just about at the right time because the prices of everything has been going down lately, so skilling up cooking is super cheap, and that is what I'm doing on this character. I can also do some herbalism and mining because I do have herbalism and mining, but that's not really worth it right now for me to farm for gold, so I'm just not doing that. I also have fishing, but I haven't been skilling that one up too much, but I've been trying to get some fish just so I can do some cooking. Either way, I've stopped playing this character outside of raiding right now, and I'm focusing more on my DK. Now, while we're at the character login screen, it is worth mentioning that both my Druid, my DK, and my Rogue, as well as another DK on my second account, all have mining with max skill. So I've been doing Titan Steel crafting from day 2 of Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and I've been making massive profits just from making Titan Steel. Right now, the profit on that one is about 50 gold every single day, but still, that is 50 gold on 4 different characters, giving me 200 gold every single day by logging in and clicking one button 4 times, which is super easy and super simple. All I have to do is remember to actually log in and do that craft, which I think I've forgotten one day so far in the expansion, but that's okay. I'm also trying to skill up, for example, alchemy on both my mage and my warlock, and this is more of a long-term play once again, because right now alchemy is not worth too much, but if you go for example, potion master right now, and you make potions of haste and potions of wild magic, those two are in high demand and really profitable. Plus you can go transmutation master for phase 3 when you can transmute epic gems, and that is why I'm skilling up alchemy right now, because I do think that transmuting epic gems will be super profitable at the beginning of phase 3, and right now, because of botting and the high supply of herbs, you can skill up alchemy super cheap. So yeah, I'm trying to set up at least 4 characters with alchemy, and that is why I've been leveling a bunch of alts recently as well. I only have to be level 68 for the Transmute Master, but I've been getting myself to level 72, 71, just burning out some rested experience really. But yeah, I'm trying to get up some Alchemist for phase 3, but once again, that is more of a long-term play, so no rush right there. But if you're looking to make a gold throughout the rest of the expansion, definitely try to get some Alchemists up and try to get the Transmutation Master, so you can start transmuting epic gems in phase 3. That being said, I was going to log on to the DK and show you one more thing that I'm doing for gold, and that is farming for raw gold. Okay, so here we go, we have my blood DK, regular blood DK, and just leveled this one to level 80. I think I did one heroic world tour, got very lucky, got the axe on my first world tour, which was very lucky indeed. I also got the headless horseman, horrific helm. Haven't socketed this one yet, I'm very lazy on that one. It's my alt after all, so I feel like I'm excused. I have no plans of raiding on this character. I just wanted to do one heroic world tour to get myself some decent gear, so I could start farming some raw gold at decent efficiency. So my talent points are basically the regular blood spec that I'm just going with, the one I've been farming for blood furnace with as well, just going for regular blood spec, and I've been going back to TBC content. TBC content is super good for raw gold, so I've been doing blood furnace, hellfire ramparts. I've also tried to do the Botanica that I've been using for leveling purposes, which is also very good for raw gold, but because I do have mining on this character, the one that works the best for me is Mana Tombs. Mana Tombs is absolutely incredible for a mix of raw gold and venerable gold, auctionable gold, so I'm getting about 400 gold per hour in raw gold from Mana Tombs, as well as I'm getting greens to disenchant. I'm getting netherweave cloth that I can also turn into greens and disenchant once again, or I can sell them as a bag, so just make them into bandages and sell them for raw gold too. But what I'm doing is I'm sending the netherweave cloth to my tailor and making some greens and disenchanting them. Also, all of the greens from Mana Tombs are BOE, so even though I don't have enchanting on this specific character, I do have enchanting on my warrior that I showed you at the beginning of this video, so I'm sending all the greens to that guy, and I'm getting basically 600 gold per hour from Mana Tombs every single time, without basically any RNG. All you have to do is kill the mobs, and from the second mob, if you have mining, you can actually mine him too for a lot of TBC gems plus some mining stuff as well. So you're getting about 50 gold just from that second boss every single time, which is absolutely mental. So if you have mining, then definitely Mana Tombs is the one for you. I do think if you don't have mining, then the Botanica will be slightly better, but simply because I do have mining, the second boss from Mana Tombs offers me so much. So whenever I have to farm gold, or I want to farm gold, that is usually my go-to right now, and I will have a video on that one coming up soon. If I didn't upload that one before this one, it will be coming out very soon, just going through exactly how I'm farming the Mana Tombs and why I'm farming there, and everything that I'm doing inside the dungeon. So that is basically how I'm farming gold right now in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. It's all I'm doing right now. I'm focusing a lot on daily gold and what I can do to make some semi-passive daily gold. I'm also leveling alts, so I'm getting some gold from doing that. I'm farming raw gold on my DK, and last but not least, you can get a lot of gold by doing daily quests. You can get about 600 gold every single day by doing dailies, but it will take you about 1.5 hours, so that is 400 gold per hour, just from doing daily quests. Either way, that is a long video covering what I'm doing to make gold. Hopefully it sparked some ideas for you. Let me know how you're making gold in the comment section down below. Check out my gold guide for access to even more gold making methods as well, the very best ways to make gold in the expansion. If you haven't checked that one out yet, it's definitely worth doing so. The link will be down below. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace out, guys.